How to Catch a Rabbit, Rochelle Kerr.
How to catch a rabbit. We have shared our home with a number of vermin over the years. Some of it's been invited, some of it hasn't. The vermin that hasn't been invited has been a little bit easier to manage. An unhealthy dose of rat poison, a cat or two, or even maybe a big fat raisin at the end of a trap, and that's it. You've uninvited it. The problem really happens, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, is when you have vermin that you have invited into your home. The vermin on the cuter, cuddlier side of the spectrum, the sort that your child is somewhat attached to. So today, I am going to talk about catching a rabbit, the why, the how, and then I'll summarise with a plan. The current plan never really seems to work, which is why there is a plan. Why? Well, there are a couple of different types of why. Why would you want to catch a rabbit, and why would you need to catch a rabbit? They might sound the same, but they are subtly different in my point of view. Why would you want to catch a rabbit? The rabbit is cute, cuddly, and your child is somewhat attached to it. 2. You are not really that fond of animal insides, and a caught rabbit is a lot less messy than one that has been caught by the other cute, cuddly animals in your household, the cats. Why would you need to catch a rabbit? The doorbell has not stopped ringing since the rabbit escape. Rochelle, did you know that your rabbit's out running around your section? Rochelle, your rabbit's under our house. The neighbourhood children keep yelling over your fence. Oh, do you have a brown and white rabbit? We've got one in our back garden and it's playing with the cat. And this is the kicker, the last. The car horns, which are interrupting your favourite telly program at the end of the day, are not for other cars. No, they're for your rabbits. And then the kind gentleman from up the road puts his hazard lights on, and he and several other motorists stop and herd your rabbits back to your section. So why would you want to catch a rabbit? Because A, it stops embarrassment, and 2, it saves you a bit of trouble. Let's go on with how to catch a rabbit. There are 3 main skills that I believe a successful rabbit capture should have. They are timing, technique, and tenacity. Timing. There is no point trying to catch a rabbit who has just grabbed his first chance of rabbit freedom. He's found the joys of the lush green grass outside his cage that never seems to make itself into the cage, thanks to that child who maybe looks after it somewhat erroneously. The ability to spring rabbit back legs with a joyful kick as said rabbit flees the coolness of a rabbit hutch. No, this is not the best time to catch a rabbit. The best time to catch a rabbit is when he is ready. He is missing his rabbit hutch, needs a bit of lady rabbit company, and is tired of being chased. That is the moment to catch your rabbit. Technique. There is nothing quite so slippery as a recently freed rabbit. Herding the rabbits with a number of adults could be successful, but not if there are children involved. Adapting a nonchalant air as you walk past a nibbling rabbit with perhaps a towel, you might be lucky. If you can pounce quickly enough. Using a broom to herd the said rabbit from under a house or under a car, perhaps. The best bait we find, in our experience, is a lady rabbit. leave the cage a little bit ajar and lock the lady rabbit in the top half of the cage, and sooner or later, boy rabbit will come and find his Juliet. This leads us into our third skill that I believe you need to catch a rabbit with, tenacity. Tenacity, the last skill, but perhaps the most important. Don't give up. Don't give up. Timing, technique, tenacity. So I've explained how to catch a rabbit and why we would need to catch a rabbit. So how come you need a plan? Well, the plan is quite simply to stop the rabbits from escaping again. There have been a number of different plans, such as get the husband to fix the cage. This has had limited effect. He said he will do it soon. But we all know that soon just probably means, or it might equate to, when the rabbit has already died of old age. Instruct the child to shut the door. We've had a number of rabbit escapes due to not quite closed doors. Again, this has had limited effect. It might work if the child was the only young person who played with rabbits, but she's not. Unfortunately, the plan has been usurped by practicing the how skills, the timing, the technique and the tenacity, which again leads to the why, because it stops embarrassment and it saves you trouble. And perhaps the best plan might have been in the first place not to invite them. But then, as I was told at the time, they're so cute and cuddly.
One minute silence.